what is the greatest Boston team? Like what stands out to you that you remember as the greatest Boston sports team like ever?
So we're back. Another episode, a special episode, a David Andrews episode number 60.
Yeah.
This is our 60th episode?
60.
Wow.
Yeah.
TJ's really made our show a lot better.
Yeah, no.
Remember our first show? The intro was like the same intro every time.
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
You have to like you
got to evolve.
Like,
we got to evolve, right?
We have a fridge now.
Now we have, and we should have had that a long time ago. Hey, Rob, could you stop and get beer? Sure. I think it's cold. It's a little warm.
Yeah. This is actually a wonderful addition.
We got so in this this episode we got a few things to cover.
A few.
We got a few things to cover. Last week was really cool. The fights were awesome. Kattar. I didn't realize how small those guys were.
Yeah, but you don't want to get in the ring with them.
I just ripped their heads off.
We tried to set it up.
I don't want to. I don't want to get my ass beat.
Be
funny, like Ninkovich. You got beat up by a 135-pounder.
Yeah, they're not
Even
big, but
the only thing is like weight. Like I'm 255 right now. If they're a $145, 110 pounds.
They're probably a lot quicker than you. So like when you get jabbed in the face 4 times,
and my brain is already rocked, so it's like an old
the
boxer.
one, and you have no idea what's going on.
Drooling.
You have to like get reset.
What's in the box?
The box.
That's what's in the box. What's in the box? No,
it's a bigger version of the hat, the box hat.
This is a great hat, Lord Hobo hat. It's got like a little like Bruins vibe to it.
Well, it's the new 617 lager,
and they are working with the Bruins.
I think so, because they have the they have the Red Sox 617 that's at Fenway Park.
Oh wow!
This is introducing the latest draft pick to the 617 lineup. The Golden Lager is a crisp as winter morning in Boston.
Crisp as winter
and
morning.
More refreshing than a tea running on time.
Oh, a tea running! Wow.
While 617 Lager is a more difficult beer to brew, it is hands down our easiest one to drink. Brewed with a single hop and a single malt, the beauty of those ingredients shine through the finish. Clean and every sip.
Ooh, shines through the finish.
And we got T-shirts.
Oh, we got a nice glass.
Nice glass.
Boom. You think Daniel wrote that up?
Yeah, Daniel did the whole thing.
He's very creative.
Those are all his words, like 100%.
We should do another episode there, but have somebody drive us and then do
what we got to do is they open a new restaurant on the Seaport.
You definitely got to check that out. And their teas are always the best.
Next
level teas. Oh, look at that. The lager. 617.
Raul will be wearing that.
Oh, hey, Ninkovich, you really did it down there in South.
You should put that over your shirt that's inside out right now.
Oh, yeah, shit. My shirt is inside out. Well, this is like one of those, doesn't matter if it's inside out or regular side. Doesn't matter.
It actually doesn't matter.
You can't even tell. Maybe this you can. But.
And the big thing we get for this is the actual beer.
Hey there, honey. You got the lager. Hey there, honey. You got the Lord Hobo new T-shirt. Oh, my God. Give me a cigarette, huh?
That's my old lady. That's like an old grandma smoker.
You got the Marlboro and filters, honey. Oh, my God. I remember my senior year. Oh, God.
It's a great presentation with the can.
Wow. I like the gold can.
I really like the gold can.
I love the gold can. Speaking of gold, I wish they made a Jeep Wrangler V8 black and gold edition. Like black with like bronze accents. All the badging bronze, the wheels
like a Trans Am?
Kinda. Yeah,
like
that
a Firebird?
vibe. That vibe.
You can easily do it. Smells good.
Oh, wow. No breakfast, just coffee and a beer.
Good.
I'm going to be ham-boned.
This is actually really good.
Oh, I love a lager. It's a little bit better. Like on IPA, sometimes you get the...
Yeah, this is just straight.
Hand me that booze, you pumpkin-headed looking freak. Tic-tac, sir? You give me that booze if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
This stuff's great.
Get the hell out of here.
I don't know what's better if the...
Killer Boots, man.
You know the 617 they have at Fenway? That's an
IPA. Yeah.
I don't know which one I like better, though. This is good.
Well, for the $20 you're paying for the can, I'd go with the IPA. so you can get a little buzzed up quicker.
I'm not saying like at Fenway. You can get the 617 anywhere. The
I thought you were saying at Fenway. When
No,
you're
I'm just
at
saying which
Fenway,
beer.
you better bring $200 cash. Well, they don't even like cash
And be
anymore.
ready to wait. You sat up in the monster seats last year, right?
Yeah, that's the best spot.
And they only have the little one that you can get stuff from.
Yeah, that little tiny
Yeah.
kiosk
And you
thing,
sit
and
there
then
and
the
you're
line
like-
is.
Yeah, it's
well,
like
you got to get there
down the
early. And
stairs.
you get 4 big cans.
Well, my wife had to go. I stayed up, and my wife had to go get something, so she brought back like 2 or 3 cans of 617, so it was all good.
You know,
But
I'm building a bar out right now at the house.
with pallets, right?
Pallets, yeah, the pallet guy. So this guy, what he does a really good job. He breaks down the old pallets and he stains them and like makes them all like kind of unique looking. Brunt hat, cool hat. What's that? We got a puck in here?
I didn't see the puck.
Oh yeah. Straight to the chops. Oh God.
This is a nice little wonderful box. Daniel, I think, put the whole box together.
Yeah, Daniel did this. He went out and he put it together. What was I saying now? I forget.
Pallets.
Oh yeah, pallet guy. So he breaks down the pallets. Literally, he said in the beginning he couldn't get them. Now he just has people send him pallets like all the time. So he breaks down the pallet, and then he like makes the wood all cool, different colors. It already has like some distress marks in it. So then you build out the whole bar, and he's actually pouring the top now.
Like the resin.
Yeah, the resin. So he's got one more pour to do today.
And then your bar will be done. The
Mm-hmm.
Ninko bar will be open for the season.
No, and then my buddy Conrad Weatheru, he owns Quality Beverage, largest Anheuser-Busch distributor in the New England area. He had his bar person come out, like the people that go into a bar and then
Yeah.
they like kind of like design it. They're gonna come in and they're gonna like do it all up.
Oh boy,
It's gonna be sick.
you're gonna spend the money on that?
No, I didn't. I did a thing for him.
Oh, okay.
Did a thing for his workers, his company. So I barter. I like to barter, you know. Barter.
Barter.
Yeah, barter.
Yeah.
Like what we're gonna do for the Hellcat. We're gonna barter again.
For a how much over sticker?
Not
start at
over.
100?
No.
Start 100 over, and then we'll go back and forth.
That's illegal. You know that, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. They send memos out to all the people. Like you cannot ask over MSRP. Actually, if you
What
want
does
to continue,
MSRP stand for?
suggested retail.
Yep. It's not illegal. It's illegal to say that you have to sell card MSRP because then it's violation. It's antitrust violations.
Antitrust.
Yeah, because you're
Antitrust.
You're franchised. So
This is good.
So in the United States, a manufacturer can't sell direct to a consumer. So like Toyota couldn't go sell a car directly to you. It has to go through a dealership. That's the law.
See, what I wanted to do, I went down to Michigan with my old man. Actually, we weren't. No, I'm thinking Dearborn. Thinking a different thing. We went to Detroit for a preseason game, and we did the Ford F-150 plant.
Yeah.
And you can like watch start to finish like a truck.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, I want that truck. I'm like, that truck I watched, like, get all the stuff, and it came out. It was badass. I was like, can I just buy that? And they're like, no, you can't do it. I said, that. You know how much money you can make if they actually had a program where you go at the start of they give you a date, they give you an actual number, you come on that date, you watch your car being built the whole time.
Yeah.
And when it's finished, you literally get in it and drive away. I think they would make a shit ton of money.
No,
if
they
did
already
that.
do it. BMW does it. So they have
Ford doesn't do it. They should.
but BMW does it on the Autobahn. So you order a car, and you can watch it through the whole process. They have like videos of it being painted and all that stuff. And then it's called European delivery. You go over to BMW in Europe.
That's cool.
You get to drive the car like on the Autobahn. They set it all up and all that stuff. You drive around, and then you fly back home, and then the car gets shipped back to your house.
See, I don't want
back to the
anybody
dealer.
driving my car. I want it to go
Yeah, no, you drive it.
directly.
You drive it,
I
though.
don't even want to drive it. I want it to go directly to the PPF guy. Get it PPF'd.
It's impossible.
That's what I do.
No,
The Hellcat
somebody has to drive it.
I know. I don't like it.
There's a 350-pound sweaty guy at the port
No.
that's getting in your car.
And I get mad because when I
And
get the
he's
car,
driving
it
around.
should have 5 miles on it. Max 5 miles.
They get anywhere between 5 and 20.
Nope. I won't do it over 10. All my cars have less than 10 miles on them. Anytime brand new. Let me tell you a funny story.
Those are some 10 hard miles.
It better not be hard miles.
You don't know who's in it. What's the story?
Punks. So, Paige's grandmother, we call her Mama, she's 90. She's 97 right now. So about 12 years ago, she said, "Hey, Rob, I want a Cadillac. I want an Escalade." She always has Escalades, like from when they first came out to the last one she had. So she always had an Escalade. She's like, "Go buy me an Escalade." Like, okay, I'll go buy an Escalade. So I go to the Cadillac dealership. This is like, I want to say 5 years ago. So right when not the newest one,
The one
but
before,
the one before came out.
Yeah, it was the redesign. Yeah.
That redesign. So I go to the Cadillac dealership. She's like, "I want white on white, the white pearl, white interior, regular, not the long one. I want the regular one." So, okay. So I go there, I do the whole thing, pay for it. I said, "Let me know when it comes in. Let me know when it comes in. Please let me know when it comes in." Car came in, didn't let me know. They drove it to her. She opens the door. She goes, "Well, that's a used car now. You drove it here. I want no miles on it." No miles. So she made them take it back. Like, she wanted one literally with no miles on it.
It's possible.
It's impossible. But it had like 25 miles on it.
Because they drove it to her.
Because they drove it to her.
They drove 20 miles to her
Yep.
house.
And she was like, "I don't want it. I want it brand new.
Did you get your money
I
back?
want to be the first one." They had to build another one, get another one come in.
Well, how'd they get it to her then? She went and picked it up?
She went to go get it.
Oh.
That's a new car. So, that's true. I agree with you, Mama.
Yeah. So it rubs off on you there, huh?
Well, that's on Paige's side, so watch out for my kids. Well, actually, they're not going to be like me because my wife is. It's just the car. It's just the car. So I have a big issue. Now, tell me if this is a problem. You have a brand new, beautiful
Come to
car.
Dr. Phil. Like, we'll have Dr.
You have
Phil
a brand
do
new
this.
car. I have an issue. Two things. Serious issue. The first one being the sill plate, when you get into your car. You step over the sill. I tell the kids all the time, don't touch the Escalade symbol. Don't put your shoes on the Escalade symbol. You got to go over the Escalade symbol. Because if you scratch it, it's aluminum. The second you scratch it, it's scratched forever. And then Paige, I say, "Hey, don't drag your feet in." I look in the thing. I said, what do you got, clodhoppers? What do you got, clogs on, like wooden shoes? Dragging your feet here? Hey, there's this thing. You open the door. The step comes down. Get on the step. Up. Pick your leg up. Over. In. Get in. Don't like, it's like this. Dragging your feet in. Like, what the hell is that? And then my kids too, they love to step on the logo. I said, no. Step over the logo. And then it's just a car, Dad. And then, no, it's not just a car. This is a symbol. This is a reflection of you. You want it clean? You want it dense? If you have a nice new car, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Who the hell wants a dented, shitty, unwashed, not a nice pearl? Like,
What about
you going to get a diamond? You're not going to be like, "Oh, give me the dented diamond. Give me the one with all the shit on it. Give me the dirty one. I want that one." No. You want the bright, shiny.
What about the paint defect on the roof, though?
Don't talk to me about that. I'm getting it fixed. I'm getting it fixed, but I'm not doing the whole thing. Cadillac, get that shit fixed too. Your quality control sucks. Get your paint right. Pay $100 and something thousand for a car and it's got a paint defect.
People are touching the sills and all that shit.
You can't touch the sill. You got to get up and over. You should see when my dad gets in the Corvette. I grab him. I say, "Get your foot over. Get it over." He gets
You're taking your elderly father and like,
"Oh, don't
making him
call
do like
Captain and say no elderly." He'll say, "Get the fuck out of here, elderly."
You're like making him like do like aerobics to get in the thing.
Well, he likes to sit in there. He loves the Corvette.
You make him take his shoes off.
I've done that before. When I had the new Corvette, when the engine blew, I had no shoes on.
I don't understand this though. Is you
Sorry to
don't
bother you. I need the signed agreement, but I didn't come through earlier. Why do you need the signed agreement? Just fucking sign it. Jesus Christ. I agree to it. Just sign it for me. Tell Kim I said it's good. Taping podcast. Okay. So sorry. I mean, we're going on this tangent. People are probably like, "Ninko's nuts." Listen, I used to walk to school with 2 pair of shoes. I'd have 1 pair of shoes in my book bag wrapped in paper towels.
You never said this before. What?
I would walk to school
Okay. Hold on.
with 1 pair of shoes for, if it was wet or dirty. Then I'd get to school. I had these Air Maxes, the brand new 8th grade Air Maxes. I'd only get 1 pair. Like, come on. I wasn't like getting 10 pair a year. You get 1 pair of new Air Maxes. So I would take the shoe. I'd wrap it in paper towels, put it in my book bag. And when I get to school, I would take them out, put them on in school, put my shitty shoes in my locker. And then when school was over, I'd put my walking shoes back on, and I'd put them in my book bag.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Is that bad?
Yes.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
It's bad. I have an issue.
Can you put a poll up to see how many people went to school with 2 pairs of shoes?
If you didn't want to get your shoes dirty, your nice shoes.
You just like it. But if it was a sunny day out, like a sunny, nice day out, you would wear 2 pairs of shoes.
You never know if you were going to run into something.
Jesus Christ.
You might have to. There might be. Yeah, it might have to walk through grass. You might have a spot where I just wanted to keep them as new as possible for as long as possible. So if you ask anybody that I was friends with, I used to put newspaper down. Like, so when I had a 2001 blue Monte Carlo, and I was nuts about this car. I would put newspaper and towels down where people's feet would be. I say, just hit the paper. Hit the paper. Don't drag them in. So imagine this, me being as crazy as I am. I used to have to drive down 41 to get down to Purdue. So I would go through Momence, Illinois, which is like in the middle of nowhere. At this particular time, I didn't know. There was like one road, just one road. It was about 5 miles. You had to get from Momence to the interstate to 65 South. That 5 mile stretch, once you get there, if you turn back around, it's going to take you another hour to get back to the interstate. So like once you're there, you're committed. I hit Momence, construction, no pavement. No pavement. They took the road completely out, and it was rocks. It was gravel. And on this road, trucks are doing like 70 miles an hour on a back road. Like literally, the trucks were coming this way. They were doing 70, big dump trucks. As I would go past, I would literally go as far over as I could. I was almost in the freaking grass, like trying to get off. The truck would come past, like throw rocks all over my car. I'd say, fuck! I'd be screaming, God damn it! So like as I get to the interstate, I get out of the car, I look, I go, oh my God. There was like 40 fucking massive big chips in the blue paint. I was so devastated. So it took me like 3 days. I went and got a bottle of the touch-up, and I went to everyone, and I tried to do it the best I could. And then, like, I got it, and I wet sanded it. I polished the whole thing. It never looked the same. I was, like, devastated. Then I got drafted. I was like, thank God I have enough money. I can go buy a new truck. So then I sold it I sold that car without owning it. Like, my dad owned it. My dad told that story. I sold that shit. I went to the dealership. I said, how much for this? They're like, $7,500. I said, get the hell out of here. Sell it. Yeah, it was bad.
So, are you like that with like your house? Do you not wear shoes in your house?
No, I can't wear shoes in the house. That's a Page rule.
But
we
you
got in a
don't like
big
that
fight
rule?
the other day because I had my shoes on. I'm like, I'm not taking my shoes off right now. I'm going in and out. I'm going right now. 5 minutes.
But your shoes are dirty.
They're not that dirty. Yeah, they're dirty. I got it.
You won't get into a car with your shoes on.
Well, it's only on the wood floor. You don't go on carpet. You won't go on carpet with shoes on. That's like a sin. It's just like the front door, and then it's like, it's only your rules. Your rules apply only to you.
You make them step over the sill and all that.
Anyway, how about Malcolm Butler's back?
It's a great move.
We're getting back to football, baby.
Great move. Actually, their moves this week were great.
I think their moves this week still suck.
Why?
What the fuck are they going to be? What are the Patriots going to be this year?
They're like a better
The
team
Miami
than they were last
Dolphins?
year.
What happened to Miami Dolphins?
Okay. They traded all their draft capital and gave Tyreek Hill $30 million a year.
Tyreek Hill's a problem.
But that's the equivalent, though, of buying a stick shift Ferrari, and you don't know how to drive a stick shift because your fucking quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, I compared it to like having a car that does 205 and you're in a 65 limit. You can't use that.
He can't throw it
performance.
To him. He can't throw it to him. And
I think that.
You don't think there's some red flags there too of why would Kansas City let Tyreek Hill go?
No. Wait till I get my money right. Once he gets his money in Miami, he might. I don't know. I don't know him, but he might not be the same Hill that we've seen over the past.
He's not going to be without a quarterback that can't throw him the ball.
Yeah, but I'm saying also, like, once you get paid like that, your motivation is a little bit less. Like, you think Von Miller's going to be in Buffalo, like, motivated to go get to the quarterback? He's already made $100 million. He's going to have $150 million in the bank.
That's the thing is everybody's freaking out because look at the Buffalo Bills. They got Von Miller and all that. Okay, if you're the Patriots, would you want to sign Von Miller to a 6-year, $120 million deal?
No.
Like,
Bill Belichick wouldn't sign me to a 1-year, $3 million contract when I was 33. So it's like,
but the thing is,
the money that I'm not comparing myself to Von Miller. He's a very good player, but he is a small guy. He's a pass rusher. He's not like a physical run stopper. He's not
hasn't been Von Miller.
He hasn't
in years.
been. Yes, he had 8 sacks.
Next
9
to Aaron
sacks.
Donald.
He didn't play 1 year. Like
he was next to Aaron
I
Donald.
would love to play next to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean Aaron Donald's taking on a double team like every play. So you're 1-on-1, right, as a pass rusher? Isn't that what you want?
Well, here's the deal. All right, I'm gonna make a quick illustration. I'm gonna put some bottles up here. Okay, this would be Aaron Donald, or who's another great tackle? Cox, right?
Yeah,
Fletcher Cox. Okay, this guy's such a badass.
Aaron Donald's just a whole different.
Well, I know, but they're so good. Okay,
Yeah.
Let me just. This is your pass rusher. Okay, this is what I had to deal with for many years.
The average Budweiser.
Here's your quarterback. Okay, when Aaron Donald is rushing, and he gets to here, right? So he's level with the quarterback because he gets really good push, always great push. The quarterback either has to take a step back, which as a pass rusher on the outside gives you a straight line.
Yep.
It's like you don't have to worry about him stepping up because this inside pressure is so good that the quarterback has to step up, either step up or step back. So when you step back, it shortens the corner for this guy. Straight shot, get to the quarterback. Easy breezy. Or as he gets up, the quarterback has to go this way. He has to step up. The defensive end, he reads it. Boom. See you later. It's like unbelievable. When I was pass rushing next to like Joe Volano or guys that had no ability to rush, or even, they would put me next to Vince. I love Vince. The problem is Vince would be here and I'd be here. So when you have a defensive tackle that doesn't get really good pressure, you have a tackle in front of you that's blocking you, and then this quarterback has all this vision. He has all this space to go. So you're kind of screwed. You can't come back this way because the guards are here, this guy's here. The quarterback can step up or step away, and you can't go anywhere. If you run the corner and you try and get around him and he steps up, well, he's in the pocket right now. So he puts you in a shitty bind. To play next to this guy, I mean, it's Jesus. God damn. It would be a blessing, but guess what?
That's what I mean.
I'm old and retired. And all these guys getting paid makes me angry.
But that's the thing is, Patriots fans are obviously – everybody looks at it right now, right? Like, look, the cap doesn't matter because look at these teams. The
cap really doesn't matter because they can finagle it.
It eventually does, though, because look at right now the Atlanta Falcons. They traded Matt Ryan. Do you know how much Matt Ryan counts against the cap for the Atlanta Falcons this year?
30?
$41 million.
Ugh. Well, they got Marcus Mariota. So what are the Falcons going to be this year? Really shitty.
Yeah.
So you're going to be shitty.
So no matter what, you have to have a year you reset the cap because it's the Patriots did in 2020. They had, I think it was $50 million in dead cap against it. So you have to reset.
Here's my problem. They have 11. The Patriots have $11 million in cap space. Who is the high-paid guys?
It's but they finagle the cap that way. So next year, they're going to have the most cap space probably of any NFL team.
But who are they going to sign? 2 tight ends that suck?
the two tight ends don't suck.
They're
Stop
not,
it.
They're not great.
Hunter Henry's fine.
Who would you rather, Hunter Henry or Rob Gronkowski?
At this point?
No, just in general.
Oh, yeah, but
It doesn't even make sense.
That's the same.
The two tight ends that they paid made more than Rob Gronkowski his whole career in their one contract.
It's also later in time.
It's bullshit.
It's the same way that Tyreek Hill is going to make more money this year than you made your whole career.
Yeah. No, but in 1 year.
I mean, but that's what it is. Or J.C. Jackson's going to make more money this year than you made in your whole career.
But guess what? In the long run, he might not have. He might not have much.
That's the thing. But
I'm not saying that. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But
just hopefully nobody
gives him a free car.
Hopefully he's still fast enough to outrun certain law enforcement. But
can't beat a camera.
Yeah. But the thing is with it, that money keeps getting kicked down the road. So you eventually are going to get hit with it. Yeah. They have a ton of cap space next year, but do you really want the Patriots to compete with these offers that are out there? Do you want them to go sign Christian Kirk at 5-year, $82 million to be your number one wide receiver? Like, do you want Von Miller at 6-year, $120 million? Like, everybody can get up in arms about it. Like, he's not signing anybody, but why would you do that?
What I have, I guess, heard over this offseason and through the early parts of free agency and how all these other people are getting paid, the market really last year was a down market, and this year is really up.
Yep.
So the Patriots mentality is, okay, well, we brought in a bunch of new pieces last year.
It was their first year.
Let's try and keep them. Let's try and make sure that the culture, let's focus on the culture and building the culture as opposed to like shuffling around all these different pieces. Let's keep like the base. So like, what are we going to do? Okay, well, he signed people last year. Let's keep that foundation. Let's bring back your old heads. You know, you got McCourty, you got Slate coming back. Let's get the guys that we don't feel are aiding in the progression of the culture. So unfortunately, you know, you see Winovich, they trade him away. You know, I think Kyle with his contract, the cap number, they're trying to save money on his number.
Yep.
You know, which I would have liked to seen them try and lower his number and not just release him.
I think that's the mistake this year, and I think maybe the Shaq Mason one's a mistake.
I don't understand the Shaq one either.
I think it's just because of guard.
The cap number? Like his cap number wasn't like compared
like $9
to
million.
Compared to what they're gonna have there, unless they know, okay, we have a piece here that's better.
I think they know
comparable.
they have a piece is the thing.
Well, you better hope so.
But they have been
pretty. Because if they don't, you got a young quarterback in his second year. You brought back your tackle. So you're okay at tackle, but you also you bring back a tackle that has an injury issue. Like he's been hurt. He hasn't played a full season in a long time.
Yeah, but I think the thing is though that the big thing for the Patriots for guard, they've been pretty good in the draft at drafting guards. Like they've been like in the late rounds, third, fourth,
suck
fifth
at receiver,
round.
but they're good.
But
at
they're
guard.
unbelievable at guards. Like they've hit home runs every single time they do. So I think that's what they're kind of going off of.
Do you know who they don't have here anymore? That was probably helping them.
Scarnecchia.
Yes, Scarnecchia.
I'm sure he's probably still involved.
Good. I'm gonna go work out after this. Buzzed up.
But the thing is, like we talked about, like last year was the bargain contracts because of COVID. That's why Bill went out and spent because, like Nelson Aguilar, everybody makes fun of his contract, right? Because he's 2-year, $22 million. That's what he got last year. He would have got more this year as a free agent if Christian Kirk got 5-year, $82 million.
Imagine. So, like, if you are Judon and you were,
you would have
no, but if you were Judon and you're like, if I just had one more year under contract, that would have been like literally. He would have made $4 or $5 more million more a year. Jesus.
But like, look at the tight ends. Like everybody says, like the Jonnu Smith and all. They signed these tight ends all this money. Evan Ingram just got a 1-year, $12 million contract, and he hasn't played more than like 6 games in like any season.
I was with Gronk last night. I'm like, dude, we did the Jimmy Fund. We did a fundraiser, a bingo event. Raised pretty good money, like $40,000. And he was saying, I was like, dude, the tight end, like the market's insane. Just ask for like $15 million or something. Like just say 1 year. Like somebody's gonna pay Rob. Somebody's gonna pay him.
Yeah, it's a 1-year deal.
A 1-year deal. Just do a 1 year and just go take one big bite of the apple. One last bite. Like why not?
Is he actually gonna play though?
I would if I was him.
I don't think he cares though.
You would have to. No, he doesn't because he's made a lot of money. I think he made more.
He's probably made more outside of football.
No, he made more in his 2 years outside. So he made more money from the retirement in New England, and then he went to the Bucks. He made more money in the last 2 years playing and outside of football than he did in his whole career here, playing and outside of football.
I can see that.
So
he's a big name with it all, but I just think the thing is that everybody's panicking because Bill did something last year, which he's not accustomed to doing, is sign a bunch of free agents, and everybody thought, well, they'll just go sign a bunch of free agents this year. No, they're not. They're not going to.
They need a corner. They need one more corner.
They need one more corner, and the perfect corner's out there.
Gilmore ain't coming back. He's got a place down in Charlotte. Like, he probably wants to stay down south. I don't think he wants. Like, the one thing I would say, if I was an older player like Gilmore, I would go play on like a grass field or something, like a home grass stadium.
Or why not go play in a
like
system?
I hate our surface here, the Gillette Stadium surface. Like if the NFL really cared about players' health and safety in their heads,
like
especially
field turf and all that.
Yeah, you would put real grass. Any stadium that is outdoors is mandatory grass.
Yeah.
Mandatory. Because your head, when you hit freaking AstroTurf or turf, whatever, and it's concrete underneath your head, like your brain's just.
Yeah.
When you hit grass, it is way softer. Like you can feel the difference between playing on a grass field and an artificial turf field. It's like night and day. You wake up on a Monday morning after like grass, you're like, oh shit, I'm sore, but my knees feel okay. You wake up like after Gillette, you're like, oh, I can't move. Like it's so freaking hard. Like the ground is so hard. Oh, let's put like monster trucks, dirt bikes. Let's have concerts. Let's have country fest. We don't take the turf up. We just put all that shit right on top. Oh yeah, there's a crane out there. Perfect. It'll just it's rubber. It bounces. That shit, you walk out there, it's like concrete. Like I remember one time we were playing the Steelers. It was a reverse. I went to go jump and like try and helicopter the guy's feet. I did like this. I missed his feet and I hit my head on the ground. Boom. I got up. I went to their huddle. I was like walking. I'm like, that's Ben Roethlisberger. This isn't my huddle. And I tried to play it off. I was like, I'll go back over here. Okay. Here we
The ball
go.
there.
I think. So
I think Gilmore might come back. I do.
let me hit him up. We should get him a McLaren or something. He likes the exotics.
I think other players have been hitting them up. I think that they're going to change the defense a little bit and go into a zone coverage in the secondary, and I think that fits for an older corner
Zone. I love
to go
zone.
to not have to play man and all that, especially if you start getting older, losing a little bit of a step and all that. You go into zone. He's a smart football player. It's like Malcolm Butler, smart football player.
Yep. Hold on. Whoa, I'm reposting your story.
Oh boy.
Sorry. So I was trying to pull up. Let's see. So do you think, like, what would your pitch be?
To Gilmore?
Yeah. He just sold his house here. Like, for him to bring his family back, like.
But the thing is, Gilmore's only going to be signing a 1 year deal, a 1 or 2 year deal. He's not getting a long term deal anymore.
Like, what is his career earning? Like, you have to understand too. Like,
No, his career earnings are high,
it's like if you want to play or not.
but he wants to play though. If not, he wouldn't be entertaining
but it has
this.
to be a price. Like, you can't be like,
No,
I want to play, but
he's
it's
not
like
going to
for
sign
league
like
minimum.
a 1 year, $3 million deal. If I'm
gotta
the
be-
Patriots, I give him like a 2 year, $18 million deal.
They won't do that. The Patriots
I
are
think
too
they
cheap.
100% will.
They're not going to do 18. No way. They'll
I
do
think
like
so.
a 1 year, $6 million deal with like incentives out through the roof, like playtime incentives where they can be like, yeah, put Gilmore in. Yeah, take him out. Yeah, okay, let's take him in. Let's put him in. Put him out. Put him in. Oh yeah, what is that? Oh, 80% snaps. Keep him at 65. Like they understand all this shit. Do they play the game too? Like in my last year, if I would have in a perfect world, I would have said, hey, just pay me my base, but give me like a $5 million incentive. Like if I have 10 sacks, like I'll get $2 million. But they're like, nah, we don't do statistical bonuses.
It's all playtime, right?
It's all playtime, which is
Yeah.
bullshit. Like I used to have like a 50, a 60, a 70% playtime early in my career. And it was like 250, 250, 250. So if you hit the 50, 60, 70, you got 250, then you add 250, then you add 250. I played like 69%. And in the games, they'd be like, at the end of a game when we were blowing them out, like, hey, let's rest Rob so he's feeling good next week. It's like, why? You're going to put in the shitty guy? Put in Justin Francis over me? Why? Like, they play the game.
I don't know.
And then one time, I mean, Sebastian Vollmer missed his play time incentive by like 1%. So I think he had to play like 90%. He played like 89%.
That happens everywhere.
He said, "Listen, and then they were just like, well, if we do that for you, then we got to do that for him."
Jason Tatum had in his contract, it was like if he made, I forget what it was, like a third All-Star game or an All NBA team, he got like $30 million.
Yeah, but that's not the team's control. Like,
I understand
the
it,
team.
but
If the team can put an
though.
incentive in where they're like,
but they all have it though.
no, it's different. Like if you put a sack incentive in, say you put in like a reception incentive. Like if you're the go-to guy, so say you're I don't know, Cooper Kupp, and they're like, all right, if you get over 100 receptions, you get $1 million, and you're the go-to guy, and it's the playoffs, or not the playoffs, it's the week 16. You need 2 receptions. They're not going to say bench him.
Same thing with Gilmore though. If he's your number one corner, they ain't gonna bench him.
No, but they might put in a young guy at the end of the game to save like 10 snaps, and those 10 snaps, you never know. Like they might turn out to be
the thing is,
or say for example you have 8 sacks. Say you're at number 8. You have 8 sacks on the year. You're beating a team handedly. It's the third to fourth quarter, and at that point, that team has to throw the ball on every single snap. And you could probably get like 3 to 2, maybe 4 sacks on the game because the guy that's in front of you sucks as a backup.
Yeah.
And you have already 1 or 2. You have 2 on the game, and you're like, all right, I just need like 1 more. I might get 10 this year. I'm going into my last year of my contract. 10, 12, 13 sacks versus 8. That's a big negotiating chip. And they're like, well, take him out now, put the back in against this team that's passing every down, let them just rush, and then like just say that we're going to rest him for next week. It's like, oh, it's all bullshit.
yeah,
That happened in London. So we were playing the Rams. We were destroying them. They had a shitty tackle on me. I like had 10 pressures, 5 quarterback hits, 2 sacks. It was the third quarter. Bill's like, hey, we're going to put Justin in, just give him some reps, give you a rest. I said, what? Fuck that. I'm killing this guy. Like, why would you take me out right now? You think Von Miller's coming out of the game in the fourth quarter? He's telling the owner, he's calling up the owner, hey,
but Von Miller doesn't need the incentives though.
F you. Yeah, no, but he needs the numbers for the next contract.
Yeah.
He needs the numbers because it's all about, at the end of the day, it's like, oh, in his 4 years in the league, he had 40 sacks versus 25 sacks. Like it's all, everyone looks at numbers. They don't look at, oh, like this guy had 80 tackles, 15 tackles for loss. They look at, oh, he had 10 sacks. Oh, he's a beast. But you could have 10 sacks with 15 tackles on the year. So that means you only had 5 tackles. Like if you look at some of these stats, like on just sacks alone,
Yeah, it's just
you'll have
it's
10
just
like these guys will have 10 sacks with 20 tackles total.
Yeah,
so it's like, okay, those 10 sacks count as tackles.
Yeah, no.
So you've had 10 tackles outside of just hitting the quarterback.
Yeah, but that's really Von Miller and Chandler Jones right now, isn't it?
Well, Chan's pretty.
rush the
Chan plays
passer.
the run pretty good, but
Rush
when
the
he's in
passer.
Arizona, he just run
Rush
off the field.
passer. But I don't know. I think the Patriots are actually almost in a better spot than they were last year because the other thing too is you're going to have a bunch of these younger players that are going to start playing now. You know, where they've moved on some guys, especially in the linebacker core and all that. Like you're going to get some of these guys out there.
Yep.
Max obviously I think going to take a next step. Supposedly from a source that I heard, Mac is in phenomenal shape. That he's in better shape than he was last year. That he looks impressive in the gym.
Well, I'll go to the gym today. I'll go work out with him.
They saw his shirt off. He looked good.
He
wasn't pudgy.
He doesn't have little
He's off the ice cream.
like the puffy nipple.
Yeah,
thing
he's off
going
the
on.
ice cream. So I mean, they could have a big thing.
There's nothing wrong with ice cream, but
When you have a little too much of it, though, in your quarterback.
yeah, I agree with that.
But I like the Trent Brown deal. I think it was a good
Brown,
deal. It's a good value.
It's a good value. Trent Brown's a good value. The guy already made. So here's my thing with Trent Brown. He already made a shit ton of money when he went to the Raiders.
Yeah.
You know, And then he came here. He made decent. He made good money here too. It's not like they gave him chump change last year. 2 years. Did he play 2 years here?
He was traded by the 49ers,
Yes.
so he was on that 49ers contract, which wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
And then
Then
when
he came
signed,
here. They won a Super Bowl. Then he got
he got
paid.
traded. He got paid by the Raiders. He got
Yes.
traded back here.
Yes.
And I think they restructured the deal or something like that. He's not being paid anywhere near the top money for a right tackle. And when he's healthy, he's probably, could be the best right
I
tackle
played
there
against
is.
him. Okay.
You're afraid of him.
I don't like him
Yeah.
playing against him. I like him as a person. Don't get me wrong. I don't like playing against a guy that is so big that you have no answers. Like usually you go against a big. I had this big analogy. Oh, big tree fall hard. Yeah, bigger, fatter,
Yeah.
slower, lazy, get tired quick, run around you, Energizer Bunny. That guy,
It's hitting a
he
wall.
was big and fast and like, he even had a baby face. I'm like, how old are you, man? Like you look 10
He still
with
looks
a
good.
massive body, and I couldn't the guy was just a freak. I got a sack on Kaepernick because Kaepernick ran to me, not because I beat him in a pass rush. I don't know if I could have beat him in a pass rush. He was that good.
But that's the thing, though, is I think that was a good contract. I think the Malcolm Butler contract's going to be a really good contract. I think he's actually going to play well.
Unless he does exactly what he did before, to get benched for the Super Bowl. Whatever that was. We don't know.
You were there, weren't you?
No, I retired.
Oh, you retired the year before that.
Yeah.
That's right.
I would
right.
assume that the first question is going to be, so
All right,
Malcolm,
he's going to
what
get it all
was
year.
the biggest, what was the problem that happened in the Super Bowl that benched?
They
that-
should just say it to get it over with. It's what, 10 years ago almost? A long time ago.
Yeah. Just let it grow. Who cares?
Yeah. So Trent Brown's deal is 2 years for a deal. If he hits all the incentives, it's $22 million, so $11 million a year. The base value is 13, and the guarantee is $4 million
For who?
for Trent Brown.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a great deal for the
Yeah, it's
Patriots.
a good deal.
But I think the Patriots on defense, though, I think like Uche is going to step up. I think McGrone's going to
Uche's
step
so
up.
small. He needs a beef up.
But they're
He needs
going
a beef
smaller.
up.
We're not going the normal Patriots.
You
thing.
have to stop the run.
They're-
They couldn't stop
but
the
they're
run
not
last
doing
year.
it. They're
they
not
haven't
doing
been
it.
able to stop the run with bigger bodies or stop the pass. So what are you going to do? You're going to go lighter. You're going to go lighter to try and stop the passing game, but then the running game, you're really going to get ran over.
But the thing is, against a lot of teams you got to beat, they don't run the ball.
I don't know.
The only one that runs the ball really is the Colts.
I feel like the Colts are going to be a problem for them too. I feel like Miami's going to be a problem. They got Mostart. What is it? Mustart, however you say that name. Miami's going to be a problem for the Patriots. Now I'm telling you, like they got a lot of skilled position guys. Their defense is good. Like the only thing I could see with the Dolphins right now is if they all laugh at their head coach, and they take advantage of them. That's it. If McLovin can't control the locker room,
Yeah, which he's not going to be able to. Not with
you know,
$30
you know,
million
Wes
year-
Welker went
32.
to. He's in Miami. He's the receivers coach in Miami.
Yeah,
Kind
and he's
of
gonna.
crazy.
Shouldn't he? Don't you think he'll have a problem with what Tyreek Hill has done in the past and all that?
I mean,
He broke his son's arm.
what did his son do?
He was like 3.
What did he do though?
He was 3.
What did he do? Okay, if he did something really bad, there's no justification.
He scuffed the skid plate, the plates on the
Oh,
escalator.
hey, prepare for beatings.
So what do you think about Edelman working out with Brady?
Did you see the way he was running?
It looked great.
It's like you could have ran a better route. He was jogging the route. If he was like shirt off, short shorts on, running full speed, crispy cuts, looking good, I would have been like, damn, I'd be trying to do something here. But if it was like it's a jog, and then right to left, you can stick cut, but if you go left to right, it's like pitter patter. I can't, Then that shows you
His
that
knee is
the
destroyed,
knee's shot.
right? His knee's
His knee's hurt. Yeah, I mean he's got a knee problem that you can't fix it. Like it's gonna just get worse and worse and worse. So he's gonna need a knee replacement eventually. So that was good for like NFT press or something like the comeback. I don't know. Something that makes money.
No, that's
Everything
what it
Tom
is.
posts now is about money, about his shirts. Hey guys, I got this new custom T-shirt that I just took off out of the plastic. It still has the fold marks on it. He's like, I wore it all day today. It's a they're trying to build they're trying to be the next Under Armour, I guess. I don't know. Build so your kids when the global warming is at its peak and the oceans are 30 feet high, won't matter anyway.
What?
I don't know. What do they say? They said like in 2040 the world's gonna end. That's what they said.
It's been that way like every year.
Joe Rogan.
2020 was the same thing. Or sorry, 2000, 2020, 2020.
I don't know. We just feel like we're in a weird place right now. We feel really like our population is just it's insane. Like it's just growing crazily. If they really want to help our world, just ban plastics. We got so much plastic everywhere. It's like in the oceans. The freaking fish are swimming in it. Like you got whales freaking beaching themselves, dying left and right because they're full of like plastic and pollutants. India, China, like all these countries dump their shit in the rivers and it goes all in the oceans. Like if we really want to help our world, let's not make all EVs, electric vehicles. How about we ban plastics? Start with plastic, because last time I checked 100 years ago, we didn't have plastic. And everything that's glass.
You just hate plastic, huh?
Plastic is the worst invention. It's beyond fuel and automobile. Anything plastic that, toothpaste, those little stupid things that Dunkin' Donuts puts in the top of my drink. Like, what the hell? Where do you think that little brown plastic piece that you put in the hole, where does that go? You think people recycle it?
Why you don't
They
ask?
freaking throw them out their window. They do. They don't give a shit. There's
What do you
10 of
do
them
with
in
it?
my cup holder right now.
What do you do with it? Just put it in your
I
cup.
put them in
holder?
my bag. I throw them in my recycling bin. But the recycling bin, I saw the truck. The truck comes. They throw the recycling and the trash in the same truck. They don't recycle that shit. You pay for a recycling bin and they throw it in your garbage, like all in one. Ugh.
So you don't like plastic. What about like cardboard boxes?
Cardboard's cool if you get it. Anything that you can put outside and over time just disintegrates and like it just goes away. Like paper, cardboard, that all breaks down.
You love glass, right?
I like glass too.
What about aluminum?
I don't like aluminum because this is lined in plastic. That's all. Like if you look inside this,
Yeah.
It's got like a plastic sleeve in it. That's why we all got cancer too. Everything that we eat is plastic. Well, let me put a hot, scalding, boiling basket of French fries.
Put it in the tin
Put them
foil.
in put a basket of French fries in a freaking styrofoam thing or styrofoam or a plastic container. Cover it up and let all that shit melt onto the food, and then you eat it. Like it's great for you.
Yeah, you make everybody put it in tin foil, right?
I make if I order out, I make them put all my hot food in tinfoil instead of plastic. I don't eat out of plastic. Only glass. Only glass.
You're drinking out of plastic right now, you said.
I know, and it's not hot though. The heat is what makes the gases and all the chemicals come out of the food. It's heat.
The heat's what gets it.
If you heat up food and put it in plastic, you are ingesting plastic. It's scientifically proven. Go look it up. So don't heat your stuff up in plastic, people. It's not good for you. Use glass. Tom Brady doesn't use any plastic.
Have you bought a T-shirt yet from him?
No, they give me the T-shirts. I haven't
You
got
get a Brady
I
brand
don't have
T-shirt.
a Brady brand. I got a TV12 T-shirt. No Brady brand.
But the Brady brand, he was sending out boxes to people.
Yeah,
Doing
not
everything.
me. I'm
You
not
didn't get
cool
one?
enough. No, that's why I'm ragging on him right now. I think you should have stayed retired. I'm kind of like, why would you unretire 40 days into a retirement, come back? It's gonna end bad. If you keep pushing the envelope and you keep saying, "Oh, I can still do it. I can still do it," something is gonna happen. Like you're either gonna get a little nick, you're gonna get beat up, you're gonna have your arms trapped in a sack and bounce your head off the turf and be like, "Hey."
Look like the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, like you're gonna be like, the Flacco, check please. It's like it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So before this, I said don't give everyone the satisfaction. Don't give them the satisfaction to say, "Oh, it happened. Yes, he looks terrible. Can't move. He's hurt. Yay!" Like people want to see that. People suck. People these days, they're not happy for you. Like, hey, like, yeah, I just bought this new house. They're like, great.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
But
I want a new house.
Do you think Brady hurt his image a little bit though doing this?
A little
before
bit.
The retirement.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because people are like, when you retire, they give you the whole like the best ever.
But yeah, everybody was posting
the accolades, like the best, the guy relentless, never stopped, best leader, best, and then like 40 days later they come back. You're like, whoa, 40 days? Okay, like took you that long to realize you needed to come back.
Yeah,
but I can't stand too. Like I'll be like, I don't like. Do you ever just say like, I don't give a shit what you have? Like if you see like, these bloggers, like today I went and bought these stools, like these Restoration Hardware stools. I know they're like 1,000 a piece. That's not bad. Yeah, it's like a good stool. Like kind of put it down on the ground. It was like a little wobbly, so I put a little spacer on it. And then I went to Target, and usually I average like $350 to $400 per visit because things are expensive these days. But my husband, he does a really good job, and he's the doctor, and he's the best. And I'm like just really holding down the house, and like the kids are in school now, so I'm home all day and just go shopping, and I design the home, and you see the wallpaper, I selected it myself. Like, who gives a shit? I don't care. Paige watches like these bloggers. I'm like, I don't give a shit how her freaking mochaccino cappuccino thing tastes. Like, who gives a shit? Oh, you work out? Oh, so do I. Who gives a shit? Okay. Oh, you're in shape? Great. Oh, you eat salad? Yeah, that's good for you. Okay. Green beans? Great. Vegan? Awesome. I like McDonald's and Wendy's. I like Five Guys. Okay, judge me. Yeah. I hit my head for a living for a long time. Judge me too.
Jesus. That was some pent up stuff there.
I just can't stand the blogging.
Like you've had that with you for a while.
I can't stand the blogging. Like if you're like a professional blogger.
I think it's called vlogging now.
I'm a vlogger.
Yeah.
And then like everything's set up. Like I got these great glasses from Lord Hobo. Go get them. Go to Lord Hobo. We'll give you like, it's like 2 for, you can get 2, you get 4 for 2. I don't know how much they are. They gave them to me. Like you look at these vloggers, they have like 1 million followers. What do you follow them just to be like, I wish I had that. I wish I had a nice house. I wish I had a nice car. I wish go do it. Go bust your ass. Like, go do something. Like, I don't know. It just bothers me.
They make a lot of money, though.
They do. That makes me make millions of dollars.
Oh, boy.
Because
the next level.
I say, Paige, turn this shit off right now. Give me your phone. Turn this shit off. I don't want to give them the money. I'm not giving them money. Views. Screw that. I'll give freaking Lord Hobo the cash, though. 617.
Yeah. Be buying that up.
The logger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rob's peddling it already. He's peddling it like I don't know how much it was, but I got it. We got it for free, and
it's just like
it's wonderful, and you should go out and buy it.
I mean, I guess don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah,
is that the saying?
That's it. Yeah.
I just don't understand like the time commitment. Like you literally have to be, like on your phone all day, every day, like to tape stuff. And like to look at yourself, like you look at yourself and you're like, I want to know the takes. Like, how many times are they like, oh, like I'm kind of shiny right now. Like, I just powder up. Oh no, I don't like the way that one looked. Let me redo that one. And your kids are sitting there like on their tablet, like, Mom's blogging again. Oh. Hey, can you go play? I am playing. Can you go outside? I'm outside virtually.
In the metaverse.
I'm in the metaverse. The hell out of here. Go play. Go catch a frog. You want to go catch frogs? You go outside, get dirty, go get some mud on you, go fall down the hill. I tell my kids, my son went outside. He like, we have this big hill. He like fell, like slid, like did the scorpion, like rolled over. He had like mud on his face. I said, good. Yes.
Yeah.
Supposed to get dirty.
You know what your kids should do, though, to fuck with you? Right when they do that, they go, oh, Dad's happy. Let's go run to the Cadillac right now and jump in.
No, you don't touch the Cadillac. Keep it clean. But, like, that's what you're supposed to be outside.
Slide across the skid
like
plates.
Everett. Like, what are these kids on YouTube? The kids go on YouTube. They watch people play video games. I said, Everett, you want to play video games? I'll go freaking put on a video game for you. You can play yourself. You don't have to watch some 40-year-old, 30-year-old guy that's, they got this guy. I don't know his name.
You ever see Ryan's Toys?
Yeah. No,
he
we've
makes
talked
$30
about
million
that.
a year.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking.
He opens toys.
God damn it. No, there's this guy. I don't know what his name is. He plays video games. He does RC cars. He does Hot Wheels cars off his roof. He's probably 30 years old. He's bald as a cucumber. Wears a hat every single time. He does this screaming and he's so loud. And I say, Everett, every time I go, I say, turn this shit off right now. Turn this shit off. And he's like, he looks at me. I'm like, turn this shit off. Turn it off. Put on a freaking cartoon. Put on Tom and Jerry. Put on anything violent. Put on Ren and Stimpy. I don't give a shit. Just turn this shit off. Because you're getting influenced by this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, that bothers me. Oh, well.
Oh, boy. We hit them all. How about this one? This breaking – it's not breaking news, but it's coming up now that New York City may actually they're going to let athletes – play home games that aren't vaccinated.
Oh, really?
Because like in the NBA, if you play on the Brooklyn Nets, you have to be vaccinated. But if you're a visiting team, it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not. You can play. It's just if you play in that city, you're not allowed to play unless you're vaccinated. But the away team can play.
I don't have to go to New York right now, and I'm so excited about this. So right now we have some shit going on in our society, which I'm a little confused on. Okay, so
there's lots of things.
The swimmer, right?
Yeah.
The male swimmer that wants to be a female swimmer and swim with females went from William Thomas was ranked 462 in the men's swimming, and Leah Thomas is the number one ranked women's swimmer. But genetically, just genetics, she's still a man playing or swimming against women. I don't understand that. I don't understand. So if I wanted to go play women's football, I'd be the best to ever play.
It'd be pretty good.
I'd be pretty good. I don't understand how that's okay. I don't understand how it's acceptable unless, you would, to me, it'd be okay, well, if you're going to do that, we need to test your hormone levels. We got to make sure you have, no testosterone. We got to make sure you don't have male reproductive parts or something like that, because how could you be with the women if you're still a guy? I don't get how that works. How does that work?
I think the thing is that, if that's what you want to do, you are who you are.
If you want to be, it's
perfectly
okay.
fine with it. But you
compete.
Yes, you change the sports out, men's versus women's. It's almost for equality in that side of it.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's hard. It's the same way you said. If you wanted to go play women's football, they wouldn't let you because you would hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Right? And just because you say that you are now a woman doesn't mean that you should be able to go play women's football, because it's not a fair competition. I mean, granted, there is plenty of females that could outplay
that'd be
this person in basketball.
That'd be Calvin Cater.
Yeah.
Fighting, growing his hair out and then trying to fight in the women's division, and you'd be
yeah.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
So as far as your personal decisions and what you see yourself as, I respect that.
Yeah.
But competing, I feel if you are a female swimming and you're all in trying to win and you're competing, and then you have to compete against somebody that was born different as far as what their physical
body
attributes, their physical, size and strength are. I don't think that is fair to the girl that was
the
that
girl
way.
finished second.
It does. It's I mean, I don't know.
No,
it's crazy.
It's also the same thing as and take UFC fighting. 140-pound division. You're 220 pounds. Well, I think I should be 140 pounds, so I want to fight in the 140-pound division. Well, they won't let you. Like, the state won't even allow that because it would be unsanctioned and all that.
Yeah, and you
because
could
it's
hurt somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's the same thing. There has to be rules into it. There's rules into everything, right? Like the same way in the NFL, you can't just go shoot steroids because it's a violation of the rules of that sport.
Do you feel like there'll be some type of regulation? Like
there should be, but I'm not sure if there is. I don't know. Is there something in the Olympics? I don't know on that.
Because you could also like look at it as the profitability and like to market yourself to making money. Like there's also that. So everyone at the end of the day, they want to make a living, they want to make money. So if you're able to go, put yourself in a position to make a shit ton of money because you're like a first to try to do it. Like I just think that it's unfair to the other people that they don't have that ability to say, okay.
There's where the problem lies, though, is that the people that are for Leah to swim with the girls are saying it's not fair to her because she identifies as a woman, so she should be in the women's sports, and that's what's fair to her. But nobody wants to say what's fair to the kids that are women that want to compete in there, and then they lose because they're just not. I mean, they're just overmatched in that area.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is, but like everybody looks at it like, well, what about this person? This person is here, but what about all these other people? The problem in this world, I've posted a couple times, is like the ripple effect. Nobody ever thinks about it. Like you make a decision, and every decision now is based upon one person or one thought or one process, and doesn't it take into account what else happens with that process? What else comes out of that
down the line? Yeah,
that's the thing is so like. You're going to create other problems with this down the line that we don't even probably know about yet, but they're going to keep coming because, like I said, like, do the Olympics have it? Well, I don't know. But, like, so you start with – it's high school swimming, right, or college swimming now?
Yeah.
But then –
college?
Yeah. But then what happens in high school now? What happens in Olympics? What happens in the WNBA now? What happens – it's just all these things that keep rippling out, and nobody wants to take that into account. The big problem in this world that has created all this is participation trophies.
Yeah. Well, guess what? If I'm a football player and I'm participating and someone wants to participate, I don't care who you are. You're going to get baptized now.
But then you'll get in trouble for that.
Why? I'm on the football field.
That's what people do.
That's like the football. Like sports are its own like thing. Like if you come on the football field and you are trying to do exactly what everyone else is doing, you're fair game.
I know, but that's not the world now because like you look at remember that football team we talked about that the kids were just too big, so the parents wanted to ban the kids from playing because they were too big. Or you have like you have like wrestling now, like like younger kids wrestling that parents are pulling kids off their kid because they're losing and they just walk up to the thing and pull the kid off.
I beat up the parent.
But then you're in trouble because, like it's it's like a no-win situation.
Hope you got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Get a good lawyer. I'll drag this shit out for 5 years. So hope you have a good job. Or I'll just beat your ass and then I don't care. I'll just give you a bunch of money. Like it's worth it.
That's just the problem. The other thing I wanted to go off to, I know you pay attention to the sports. I heard this thing this morning. They were talking about what is the greatest Boston team? Like what stands out to you that you remember as the greatest Boston sports team like ever?
It wouldn't have to be the Celtics with Larry Bird. Like
or
Boston team.
Single year. Like the team for the single year. Those, I think the poll came out, and what came out with it was the 07 Patriots. Not the 07, the 17 Patriots, or 16. The one that beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. 16, 17 Patriots.
I feel like
because
relative like to time, people remember the most recent, the biggest comeback. But if you think back on like the Celtics or even the Bruins, like the Celtics were freaking badass.
Yeah, but you got to pick one of the seasons, though. I think the answer is easy, and nobody really pointed this out till the end of it. It's the '04 Red Sox that came back from
yeah.
down
Yeah.
0-3 to the Yankees
Yeah,
and
it's
won
true.
every game from that point. Broke the curse. First time in 100 years they win the World Series. Like, that's the greatest
I
Boston
think that
sports
I
team.
mean, well, I'm not like a huge baseball fan, so I didn't follow baseball. Like I'm more if I had to select, what I would watch. Football obviously is number 1. Hockey is 2, basketball's 3, baseball's at the bottom when it comes to like what I would like to watch. So, when you think back on just the history of Boston sports, it's pretty impressive. I mean, the amount of championships and the Hall of Fame players that we've had come through Boston, like it's insane. So I'd probably say because I was in it, like that comeback and like that season was pretty damn special for the Patriots. But I also think like the Larry Bird, freaking moments of just being badass versus LA and all those like
I still think
historic.
It's the Red Sox. You were down 0-3, and Robert stole second, and like the rest was history. And they didn't lose a game after that.
Hold on, it's Captain Insano.
Oh boy,
Captain Insano.
Hello, Robert. It's your father, Michael.
Hi, Michael. I'm taping my podcast right now.
Oh, okay. I'll let you go.
I'm with Daniel. So we're doing our podcast. You're making a live appearance. So
All right. Hello, everyone. It's Papa Mike.
Captain Insano, everyone.
No, don't do that, Captain Insano shit.
Oh, okay. You don't have a short temper?
No, I'm calm. I've calmed way down.
Okay.
Does he know about your two shoes thing?
Yeah.
How did he tell that
Hey,
story?
how come you didn't buy me more than one pair of shoes for school?
Who came up with that BS?
No, remember I was always very a little bit mental with keeping my shoes.
Shall we say anal about your shoes?
Yeah, well, I used to like
have
to
two
keep them
pairs.
clean,
You only have one pair of shoes for school?
Yeah, Ma.
Said, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Ma. Why would I walk to school with a pair in my book bag with?
I'm gonna give you a
Why would I wrap them in paper towels?
Schwarzkopf term on that. That's bovine scathology.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
Hey, Dad, how come you bought me that black trench coat to walk to school in 8th grade? That ugliest jacket I ever seen in my whole life.
Because it was on sale. I didn't get any overtime that week.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Am I really on the?
Yeah, you're in the microphone. Yes, sir.
I'm in the microphone. Okay.
All right. I'll call you after.
All right.
See you later.
I'll talk to you. Bye bye.
To you, I say
All lies, people.
to you, I say good day.
I say, I bid you
Good well.
good day. Toodles.
Toodles. Bye.
No, but it's got to be the '04 Red Sox. Got to be.
I already finished that.
You want another one? It's other stuff.
No, I'm good. Nah, give me one more. Give me the orange juice one with the orange on it. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I also arrived here in 2009, so you probably remember more of that than I would.
Lamplighter. Yeah, I mean the what happened, because
Short squeeze.
the '03 Red Sox lost the Yankees in the playoffs on that Aaron fucking Boone home run where he hit off Wakefield.
That's good, too.
So coming back to
Short
'04,
squeeze, a wheat ale with blood orange. That's damn good. And that's only 5. That's 5.5. This is 5.5, too.
yeah.
Keeping it on the 5.5.
Coming back to '04, they were down 3-0 to the Yankees. Come back, beat the Cardinals in the World Series. It was just pandemonium.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll go with you. 04. I should
The
watch
win.
the playoffs. I should watch it. You could rewatch all that stuff. It'd be
Yeah,
probably good
I
to
watched
watch.
it 100 times probably. But then back to the NFL. So you're worried about the Patriots? Is what you're
I'm
basically
a little
saying.
worried about this year, yeah.
What you worried about the Patriots themselves, or worried because other teams have got better?
I'm worried that other teams have improved, and I'm worried that the focus of culture is going to get kind of put on the back burner when it comes to, like, people, like modern athletes don't give a shit about culture. They want to get paid. They want to make money. Like, all these guys want to make money. Like, you come out of college, you have your agent pushing your social media,
See, I
and
don't
you're doing
think
all
that,
this
though.
stuff.
I
just
think a
don't-
lot. I think there's a lot more that do. But do you think like Mac Jones 100% cares about the money?
Yeah, eventually he's going to. Right now he doesn't because he was a rookie. But in like 2 years, if he's playing well and he has the ability to make $50 million a year, like of course he's.
But Brady always had that, and then he didn't.
No, but it was
and
different.
then after now,
different time. It was a different time. Now back when Brady started, there was no like long-term health effects from playing football. Now it's like guys are like, okay, well if this is gonna kill me eventually, I need to make as much money as I possibly can. So I'm going to go do whatever I got to do. I'm going to do my off the field shit. I'm going to do my Instagram posts. I'm going to make T-shirts. I'm going to market myself to the max and hope that I don't have to play 15 years or 10 years. I can play like 5 to 8 and make as much money in those 5 to 8 years as I would if I played 10 years ago, 10 to 15, and I won't be drooling on myself and not know who I am when I'm 65. So I think people realize like it's all about making as much as you can now. And, the long term, like 10, 15, 20, like those long careers, you're going to see like careers are shorter because guys are going to make as much money as they can.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's more people like that, but I still think there's a bunch of ones out there that want to play the game, that will take less money to stay in the right situation and all that stuff.
I don't see guys taking. Who's taking less money?
Adrian Phillips.
Adrian Phillips?
Yeah, he signed that extension. It's like nothing.
Well, he probably he signed it a year before his contract was up, or he signed it.
He just signed it.
He probably needed a little bit of cash, and the Patriots are very good at like
I don't know about that,
dangling the treat in front of you and saying, "Listen, you don't have to play another snap. Here's $4 million or $2 million. If you play one more and tear your ACL, you get $0." Like, that's the reality of the game. Guys do that all the time. Guys go out there, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to roll the dice." They freaking tear the ACL. They get hurt.
So last year he was playing on a 2.2 base salary, a $2 million signing bonus, $407,000 roster bonus. So he was at about $4.7 million.
That's a lot of money.
And he signed a contract extension that is 3 years, $12.7 million.
Yeah. So what did he get guaranteed? Probably $6 million. He's probably going to make seven. He's going to make
7.2.
He's going to make $7 million in 2022.
In 2022, he will make. This year, he will make about 3.8.
And then last year, he had the signing bonus.
Yeah, $2 million last year in signing bonus.
Yeah. So he wanted to take the cash and not have to work the risk. It's like if you go to.
But he already had that though. That 2021 was already on the books and everything. He signed the extension during the 2021 season. It's way below market value. He's actually rated one of the better safeties out there. He's 29 years old. It's not like he's like very old or anything like that. And he signs a 3-year, $12.7 million extension.
I don't know. All I know is shit's changed, and we got a lot of shit going on in our world. I don't have the answers for it, but I know it's changing. And I don't know if it's...
Oh, shit's always changing, yeah.
It's always changing. So
wait, you're thinking the Patriots are going down? Or
yeah, I mean,
oh, stop.
What are they going to be? Are they going to be better than the Bills? They're going to win? Are they going to win the division? Are they going to be like you look at the AFC right now?
They have the second best odds.
Can they beat the Denver Broncos?
Yeah.
I don't think they
I don't think Russell Wilson's that great.
I think he's pretty damn good.
I think he's good. I won't say he's not good.
I think their offense is good. Like, did they improve their weapons? I keep saying they need a number one receiver. Are they going to draft a number one receiver and he's going to be an impact player his first year? He's going to be
I would be surprised if they trade for one. Like, one name that hasn't come up yet that I think would be a trade candidate for them, which would actually be a good receiver for them to get, is Adam Thielen.
He's not Vikings. He's not a big number one target.
But they don't need a 1A. They need a 1B. But you also got to remember, right? Don't you think that it's hard for a free agent to come in and operate very good right away first year with the New England Patriots?
Yeah, for the Patriots. So, yeah, anywhere they draft, there's no way
I'm not
they're
saying draft. Well, drafts like never play. I mean, it's very rare.
Even if you go out in free agency, you pick somebody up, it's going to be really hard for them to be really good.
That's what I mean. It's going to be the first year is going to be really hard, right?
And you don't even know who your OC is going to be. Joe Judge?
It's Kaylee.
I don't know.
But here...
but the coaching staff too. That's another issue. Who are their experienced offensive coaches?
Always happens.
Kaylee.
Kaylee's been there a long time.
Who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee's been there like 4 years.
I think he's been there like 6-7 years
I
at
don't
least.
know. But he's not. He's never been an
I think he was
offensive
actually there when
coordinator.
you were there, actually.
He's never been an offensive coordinator. I think he came the year after.
Nobody has until they become an offensive coordinator.
No.
Nobody
They
has.
had
You don't.
Billy
You're not born an offensive
Billy O,
coordinator.
Then they went out and they
but you're
paid
not
Josh,
born an offensive coordinator.
Josh had a head coaching job making $20 million guaranteed, and they paid him $5 million to come back to be the OC. He was the highest paid offensive coordinator for 2 years.
But before Josh was offensive coordinator, what was he? He was not an offensive coordinator.
He was an offensive coordinator. Then he got a head coaching job. Then he went to.
But he was. But he
then he
became
went to
an
St.
offensive
Louis,
coordinator with
then
the
he
Patriots.
Came back here.
I know, but you're not born as an offensive coordinator. You have to work your way up.
But he was
eventually you have to
but
get.
They
it.
went from They went from Josh McDaniels to Billy O, back to Josh McDaniels.
But
they've
the
had
thing is,
like.
but how did they get to
15
Josh
years.
McDaniels though?
How did they get to Josh McDaniels?
Yes.
You had freaking the big heavy guy.
He
What
was
the hell's
gone
his
way
name?
before that. Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss. I don't know. Give me a break. I just had 2 beers.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be right back.
We're picking this one back up.
So we're back, the Dan and Ninko Show, and what were we talking about? Oh, greatest teams and the Patriots.
No,
Boom!
that's what you're saying. You're gonna change your tune to that. Watch. Kaylee's been there since 2015.
No, I'm just
by the
kidding.
way.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Fuck Ninkovich, he sucked anyway."
Kaylee's been there for 7
Journeyman.
years, by the way. 7
How many?
years. 7. So he was an offensive assistant, 15 to 16, a tight ends coach, 17 to 19.
17. Okay,
last
so
year
he was
was
assistant 15, 16.
was tight ends and fullbacks coach. By the way, the other thing I forgot to bring up is, did you see Jakob's comments?
Jakob, I used to be really good at shooting. Oh,
Did you see his comment though?
what do you say?
He said that the Patriots
Oh, they're
informed
going
him that they were not going to be using a fullback.
That sucks. I like fullbacks here.
But that's a big shift, though.
That is a big shift, and they don't have the pieces to do it.
What are you talking about? The pieces do they get 2 good tight ends?
They never put them on the field together.
What do you think is going to happen with Josh McDaniels gone? That's what I'm saying.
They
is
better put them on the
like
field
people are
together.
worried about like that they got worse, they got all that. Okay, well, Jonnu Smith, could he possibly have a worse season this year than last year?
No, because they made him look really dumb.
That's what I mean. So he's going to be better. He's the biggest piece of this offense.
I wonder how it feels to be like just overpaid and just not live up to the contract. Like, you think he goes to dinner and people are like, "Hey, you gonna have a big year this year?" Hope so, because last year.
So let me read you Josh McDaniels' resume before.
Yeah, let me see where
Okay.
Josh was at.
So in 1999, he was a graduate assistant at Michigan State. Then in
Making
01,
copies.
01, he was a personnel assistant.
Yeah.
02 to 03, he was a defensive assistant.
Yeah.
04 to 05, he was a quarterbacks coach. 06 to 08, he was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach.
06 to 08.
Yep. It was the OC and the QB coach.
He's old.
But he had 1 year worth of experience at Michigan State before he became a personnel assistant at the Patriots in 01. And by 06, he was the
Making
OC.
15
He was the
grand a
OC. Kaylee had at John Carroll in 05, Akron in 06, 07, Auburn 08, Iowa State 09, 2011, Eastern Illinois 2012, Arkansas 2013, Florida Atlantic 2014, Patriots offensive assistant 15
Dude,
to 16.
coaching sucks.
But that's the same.
Can you imagine moving around like that?
Yeah, I know. But
God damn.
Kaylee had more
No, I like
experience.
Nick Kaylee. I think Nick is going to be good, but why not name him as the OC then? Why doesn't Bill say Nick Kaylee is our offensive coordinator for 2022? What is the mysterious,
him
like, we don't have one, we don't need one?
How many
we don't
times
have-
all the years you played did you have a named defensive coordinator?
I know, and I hated it.
Yeah, but I
make
mean-
a clear decision on who your defensive coordinator is, who your offensive coordinator is, so we can look at the guy that's going to be calling the plays. Not like, oh yeah, he's the what is he? Oh, I don't know. Just the
Maybe Bill's going to call the plays.
maybe. I mean, he's going to have final say.
I just think that I'm okay not naming an offensive coordinator yet, but I think they should name a defensive coordinator right now.
They should.
Because at least then you have one, one of them named.
Yeah.
But then you're going to run into the issue of who do you name as the defensive coordinator?
As the
DC.
DC?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a tough
clear.
one, huh?
It's clear who the DC is.
Who?
Steven? Steven?
Is that the right move?
I think that's. I'm
asking you, is
when
that the
your dad's
right
the head
move?
coach,
Is that the right move?
That's the right move. That's like, when I played baseball, my sophomore baseball coach, his son was starting at first base, and he couldn't see. So it doesn't
But I'm
matter.
not asking. I'm asking you, is that the right move? Who should be the if Rob Ninkovich was the head coach of the Patriots right now, and he had a choice between Steven Belichick being the defense coordinator and Gerard Mayo being the defense coordinator, who do you pick?
I'd go outside of those two. I'd pick somebody else.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's at this point right now with them being and all that shit.
So you name Matt Patricia the DC?
Yep. I'd say, listen, you guys just
Wow.
stay underneath. I'd say
Wow.
stay underneath Matty. If you're going to be DCs, you're going to have to go somewhere else to be DCs at this point.
Wow.
Gerard's going to be a head coach next year anyway. So if I was Gerard, I'd be like, let him be the DC. I'm going to be a head coach next year. I don't have to be a DC. And if we're the 32nd ranked defense, let him take the heat. I'll be the linebackers coach, and I'll be a head coach. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm the DC. I'll be a head coach next year. I guarantee Gerard's a head coach next year.
Yeah.
I'd put $100,000 on it.
I think you're right. I mean, supposedly
He's had 2 years of interviews.
Yeah.
They're probably saying, well, you just need more experience. So now he's going to go on his 3rd year of interviews. He's going to get hired next year.
Yeah.
And I'll be the D-line coach there.
I thought you didn't want to be a coach.
I don't know if Paige stopped yelling at me. You want me to be gone all day? Yeah? I'm out of here. You stay in New England. I'll be like Wes. His family was in Texas, and he was in Cali for like 2 years. I had to
Oh,
suck.
and he was in the 49ers.
Yeah.
Wide receiver coach. Are they moving to Miami now?
Yeah, they're all going to Miami. He has got a place in Miami, so he's got a condo. That helps.
That's what they're going to stay there probably.
Probably just go to the, It'd be like if you had a place in Florida that you've been there, you played there, you're.
I forgot he played.
Yeah, he played there
Forgot
too.
about that, yeah.
He was traded from
Miami
Miami
to
here.
the Patriots,
Yeah, so he's got a place down there. I don't know if he still has it, but anyway, I think it's a wrap on this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I want a Jeep Wrangler too. I think Paige gave me the
392.
I want a 392 Jeep Wrangler. Paige gave me the blessing. Thank you, Paige. Now we're gonna buy one. So, might sell the Bel Air, get myself a 392, but you can't get them. That's the bullshit part.
Can't get many things.
You can't get anything.
Barely
right
get
now.
Gatorade half the time.
You can't get
certain,
shit.
Certain colors of Gatorade you can't get.
Can't get the blue because the dye is a limited.
But it's a little
production.
rainy out today, and I got my my Brent boots
Whoa,
on
you
today.
got the boots on. Put them
Yeah.
up there. Whoa. Pretty nice, huh?
Pretty nice with the rain and
Nice.
everything.
I rock the Brunt hat like almost every day.
Hey, check us out. Use the code Dan and Ninko.
Do it.
Get
Check them out. Check out Brunt.
$5 off or $10 off.
I think they're the better.
$5, $10, $10. Double it up.
Do the pants. Try the pants. They have some stretch to them.
The T-shirts are actually really nice.
I'm actually a huge fan of everything that they make now, and they've overtaken the other brand that I used to wear. And I'm not about to say names, but their stuff isn't made in America like Brunt. So
yeah, no, the Brunt stuff is it's very comfortable. It actually works,
I actually like this tee
and you get the Lord Hobo tee.
and the Lord Hobo.
You have the Lord Hobo tee,
We're gonna
Brunt
team
boots.
up Brunt and Lord Hobo. Do some Brunt
bet.
workman.
Make a Brunt beer.
A Brunt beer.
Be like a nice punch you in the face.
Just do a little-
IPA.
Throw that in there.
You wouldn't drink that.
You wouldn't know. Say a touch a man.
Touch a man. You can't say touch.
Touch a man. Touch a man.
We're definitely gonna end it on that note. But
Throw a beard in there.
check
Throw
us
a little
out-
piece of beard.
check
Put
us
your
out on
grays in there.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube,
Check us out.
Spotify,
Got a lot of people-
danandninko.com.
Got a lot of people saying I really like the Dan and Ninko show. So
What do you mean?
everybody they're like, I watch your show. I love it. I laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're laughing with or at me, but
I think
it's
he
okay.
was good.
It's okay. With or at, I've been laughed at my whole life. So
No,
I used
good.
to have my sister made me do the truffle shuffle when I was a kid
Yeah.
to get in the
So you
front
like
door.
that, right?
Like she used to count my trunk rolls in front of her friends. That was really devastating to my, self confidence. But thank you.
It worked out for you, though.
It worked out.
You got
I
in
was a
shape and you
madman.
became a.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to write out, I'll do 100 push-ups a day.
You might owe her some money for that.
Yeah, Laura. Yeah. No, I don't know you shit. All right. See you later.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.